Hey everyone, welcome back to more Magic the Gathering Drafts in the Forgotten Realms. Sorry about that. So, our last one went 4 wins. Always happy to go 4 to 5 wins, so that is good. It is kind of annoying. One of our deaths was just like a blowout by Rakdos. It happens in this format. Just, what was it? They had Killian into Jaded Sellsword into a Sepulchre Gal, into a Sepulchre Gal plus Price of Loyalty. Like, it just, they got going and they didn't stop coming. Like, every turn was like, okay, I just need one more turn to stabilize, and then they Price of Loyalty that. I'm like, okay, I need one more turn after this to stabilize, and just never got it. But that's the deck to beat in this format. Also, I learned that, maybe I should value blue-red a bit more. I was given the opportunity to play a good blue-red deck, and I didn't take it. So, my bad. My bad. Alright. Delina, Wild Mage. Wild Mage. So, the big problem is it's a 4-mana 2-health creature. But the strength is, it could win games. If you have a good Enter the Battlefield ability, it's insane. I think it's just a good card. Like, Druid class is great if we're specifically green-white. Goblin Morningstar is always just a solid red card. This is just fun. I'm going to pick the rare. It might be a mistake, but I like this card. Goblin Morningstar is never really bad. It's just, I like this card. And there's no removal in this pack. This is probably not a bomb, but there's no removal. Divine Smite's kind of a removal. Yonti Flayblades is kind of a removal. This is it has to be black for this to be a removal. And we're not playing best of 3, we're playing best of 1. I think Knoll Hunter's going to be taken by the time I come back. Celestial Unicorn in Druid class. I might be able to grab the Celestial Unicorn or something like that. We'll find out. This is not, like, the strongest pack. This has a ton of cards that are playable, but nothing that you're happy to have in your deck, is what it feels like. Alright. I'm going to speculate on this. Last time, I mean, I can't speculate on this because we have Skullport Merchant. This card's a... So, like, I want to speculate on this. I want to have that fun blue-red deck that they were talking about. But we have a Skullport Merchant offered to us. You can't not take Skullport Merchant. This card is a card draw engine and a half. It just works in the colors. It creates a treasure token, which is something that you cannot deny. We'll probably get a Horde Robber back. We might get a Price of... If we get a Price of Loyalty back, we are the Rakdos deck. Just flat out. Alright. So, Plundering Barbarians... So, here's the question. Do we speculate, or do we just go in since we have Skullport Merchant and we have Skullport Merchant now? Plundering Barbarian's not bad. This is just a good body. 2/2 is a good enough body, and for that 1 extra mana, you're destroying their artifact, or you're creating a treasure, which is valuable. And the thing about doing that is it allows us to splash into multiple colors. Displacer Beast is only good if you're, like, in a blue Venture deck. This is only good if you're in a life gain deck. Amazing in those decks, but I'm just not going to... Like, I could speculate into them, or I could just get a good body. I'm going to go with good body this time. This is probably always seen play in my deck. These are only seen play very situationally for a deck that we haven't seen a single card for. Okay, we saw a Druid class to go with a Cleric class, but... Alright. So Clarion Skeletons, 4 mana 4/3 is pretty nice in body. Herald of Hadar, 5 mana 4/4 is pretty good as well. Shambling Ghast is never a bad card. And here's the thing. So I'm going to go with Shambling Ghast, and so far this has seemed absurd. I want to just note, we now have 3 cards that generate treasures. I mean, not only can we go Sinner... why not Gal on the pick? Because Plundering Barbarians is just a generally good card. Gal is only good if you have the Sacrifice deck. We already have a Sack Outlet in Skullport Merchant. This one destroys artifacts, it creates treasures, and my general idea is that the treasures are better than the Sack Outlets in the early game, because what this is going to do is it means if I get, like, Drizzt, which is a green-white legendary creature, I could put it in my deck simply because Drizzt can be cast with all of the treasure tokens. So, that is definitely, you have an argument. You have an argument. So do I just say someone else is the Druid class? Yeah, because Druid class, we passed 2 Druid classes and a Cleric class. I think we just say someone's going to be really happy, because I don't think we can go for it. Nothing here is really strong. Like, we probably take Eyes of the Beholder because it's a removal, or we take Clarion Skeletons because it's a venture. I think we actually take Eyes of the Beholder because it's a removal. Alright, Horde Robber is a great 2-mana 1/3. It goes right for a treasure synergy. We could copy it with Delina to get some good combos off. I do like Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. I'm not going to deny that. Bull Strength has seemed great. Soul Knife Spy has seemed great. But I think we're going to stick with colors. We're going to stick with treasure tokens so we could splash in the actual good stuff. I think we just stick with the treasure token deck for now. Beholder is pretty good. With Delina, it's even better. But we're going to stick with a treasure token deck. None of these cards are bad for whatever deck we go in. If we're control, these are some good early game. If we're aggro, these are some good early game. And they give us all the treasures, so we can just be black-red and then splash other colors as they get good cards for us. Unexpected Windfall can deepen our treasure generation. Fate's Reversal can reanimate Delina, maybe. I don't like either of them. I'm going to put them in the sideboard, whatever we pick. Which tells me I might just want to speculate here. I'll put the Fate's Reversal in the sideboard because of the speculations. I think I could see myself playing that more likely. Alright, Devour Intellect sucks. You specifically need to sacrifice a treasure token for Devour Intellect to do anything valuable. And even then, you're sacrificing a treasure token for a card. Like, not worth. Clarion Skeletons is at least a 4-drop. More Clarion Skeletons. Someone picked... So I will note someone picked the Price of Loyalty. So that avenue might not be around. And yeah, the Fate's Reversals with the Clarion Skeletons means we have enough to complete a venture. That's not our goal. We are not going to make a venture deck, but something. We can use more 2-drops. We have creatures. That's always good. That one of the big problems I've been having is I pick all the removal, and then I just don't have creatures. So, good to get it this way. Speculate for the boot. I think we have enough 4-drops with the Clarion Skeletons and Delina right now. I'm actually going to speculate for the Great Axe, not to split the party, I think. If we end up... Like, red-white is an equipment deck, and all we need to do is run into a Bruenor or something of that nature. Herald of Adar. Yeah, Herald of Adar actually kind of signals that black's pretty open. Because, like, when you get into those last few picks, if you find a card that's even okay, it's a good signal that that color's probably open. Alright. A wise choice, taking their time to make the wisest choice. Good for them. I need to do that more often, honestly. Alright. Delina's fun, but this is like probably the weakest card in our deck right now. Alright. Both bad cards. Maybe the haste could be valuable if we're super aggressive. Like if we top out at 4, the kick of the door is nice. Boulette actually signals something. I mean, we have to. I mean, like, I will be 100% clear. Rust Monster and Hobgoblin Captain are far, far better cards than Delina. Like, it's not even close. But we have to. We have to. Like, it's wrong, but it can't be right. Like, it can't be wrong. This is the wrong pick, but it can't be the wrong pick. 2 Delinas, we get to really try that card out. And we can even kick in the door to get it attacking in. But Hobgoblin Captain is actually the better card. Rust Monster, I think, with all the treasures, is actually the best card here. And we're not getting both back. We might get a Zombie Ogre or the Boots of Speed. But I have to do Delina for the memes. Yeah, the one time you get red-black, I have to do the memes. Exactly. And we get rewarded! So Battlecry Goblin is often just a win condition in and of itself. It generates enough goblins on its own to be threatening. It's a bear. It gives itself haste if you get it in the late game. Like, this card is good in and of itself, and then it's just like if you get goblins is even better, and there's enough goblins. There's just enough goblins for that to work. We have a Faraday's Fireball and Magic Missile later on. Because of the double color coating, it actually makes it harder for my opponent to pick it. It should also be noted that whatever card they picked, the person to my left, is not in red. That is guaranteed. Obviously, I want either Magic Missile or Faraday's to come back. I think I could consistently get Herald back. Maybe the Evolving Wilds. So I think we're getting a good card from here. I probably want to splash to the Contact Other Plane, honestly, with all these treasure tokens. Minion of the Mighty is not good. So here's the question. Do we grab Jaded Sellsword because of all the treasure token generation? Or Boots of Speed because Boots of Speed actually does some good stuff? I think it's I think the first Boost of Speed is worth. I think the Jaded Sellsword has a chance to rotate around. We have more than enough 4-drops with the double Delina, double Clattering. So we're going to go with the Boots of Speed. Herald of Adar is pretty nice. Goblin Javelier. This is actually a deck where we could like it, but I think the Boots of Speed comes priority first. We have enough creatures, 11-1, and the 1 is a removal spell, so Minion of the Mighty, you really can't, you have to get, this card is not for limited. It's also, funnily enough, not for constructed either, so just a weird spot to be. Alright. Unfortunately, we do not have So, this gives my creatures haste. It will give Delina Menace and +2/+0. I'm going to sideboard this, but I legitimately think we can get Barbarian Class this time. Dueling Rapier is just not always good enough. We'll probably get another Dueling Rapier. We're never getting another Barbarian Class, and, like, why not? Alright, Spec Pit Trap might just be better, otherwise it's Zombie Ogre. I think we go with Zombie Ogre this time. Spike Pit Trap is another role for Barbarian Class, not gonna deny that. But yeah, Spec Pit Trap is a removal, but it's definitely seemed like the worst removal in the format. But it is removal in this format. Alright. Thing worth picking. I think we... Okay. So because we have the Battlecry Goblin, and because we have the Barbarian class, I think Swarming Goblins actually beats out Plundering Barbarian. Plundering Barbarian is definitely good. It's a good signal that... The fact that Plundering Barbarian is still around is a good signal that red's pretty open. But, the Swarming Goblins just fits our deck a little better. We have Battlecry, we have Delina, we have Barbarian class. Like, this is actually a good top end for our deck. We might just throw out the Zombie Ogre for more Swarming Goblins. Eyes of Beholder, Baleful Beholder, both okay, but... Alright. Hoarding Robber for more treasures, or Sepulchral. We do not have any Price of Loyalties. Someone took our Price of Loyalty. We are the treasure deck, not the sack deck. So I think we go with another Hoard Robber. Alright. Zombie Ogre or another Boots of Speed? That is the question. I think with the Swarming Goblins, we're going to get enough late-game threats. I want to get my creatures aggressive if I need them aggressive. Alright. Sepulchral this time. We have a Herald, a Zombie, and 2 Swarming Goblins. We have enough 5-drops in this deck. Also, I should note, we have a ton of creatures. That's actually... I really enjoy how many creatures we're getting. Might need a Jaded Sellsword. Of these options, I like Clever Conjurer, because that's... I'm literally picking the Power of Persuasion for the gems. That's going to be my decision. Clarion Skeletons. I'm going to sideboard this one. I don't think we need a third one. We have enough 4-drops as is. We have too many 4-drops as is. Alright. Meet at a Tavern. Fire Class. Burning Hands. Faraday. We do not have a Hoarding Ogre, so Faraday does not work. I think we just picked the Burning Hands. We have 2 Boots of Speed for this, but we're going to need 3 different treasure tokens to pull this off. Improvised Weaponry is removal. Burning Hands is removal. I like Burning Hands between the 2 removals. Vampire Spawn's not even bad. Valor Scener is also pretty good. But I think I'm going to go with a Burning Hands first. It's the same amount of damage, but we already have enough treasure tokens, and it has the ability to deal 6 sometimes, and it's instant speed. Alright. Grim Bounty, kill spell, create a treasure token. We have a Dragon's Fire for later, but not right now. We are definitely the aggressive deck. We did not get any, like, big late game stuff to make us the control deck. Hoarding Ogre is more rolls for Barbarian class. Grim Wander, however, is a 2-mana 5/3 a lot of the time, because we could just Shambling Ghast, throw it out, Skullport Merchant, sacrifice, stuff like that. Though I love Hoarding Ogre, but we already have enough 4-drops. We already have enough 4-drops. So I'm going to Grim Wander, but the Hoarding Ogre is really cool. Not going to deny that. 18 creatures, guys. We have all the creatures we need. What we actually need is more card draw. Like, if we could get another Skullport Merchant. Alright, this Hoarding Ogre we take. We already have 2 Boots of Speed. That's more than enough. The critical hit only works if we're rolling tough dice. Let's start rolling dice first. Alright. Werewolf Pack Leader might actually be splashable, honestly. Like, with all these treasures we're making. You know, I have 23 cards, and I want to for memes, but in the Barbarian class. It might actually be good enough. Price of Loyalty. You can't not pick Price of Loyalty. We have treasures, we have a Sepulture Gal, we have a Skullport Merchant. Like, it's the best 3-drop in the game. Like, in black-red, it's the best 3-mana card. So we're picking the Price of Loyalty. I just realized I could Price of Loyalty one of their biggest creature and Delina to attack to get a copy of that creature. That's actually amazing. Alright. Oof. So Spoils of the Hunt is a kill spell, and it actually is splashable for us, but Higher Text Blade is just a 2-drop that cycles itself. The Spoils of the Hunt was actually considered, as well as Shambling Ghast, but at the end of the day, Eyes of the Beholder isn't seen play. The Zombie Ogre is unnecessary. I think we actually... So how many 2-drops? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we technically have enough too. The Horde Robber is going to have some trouble getting in right now, so I think we can... grab the Contact Other... So it's either the Horde Robber or the Contact Other Plane. The auto-selector said Horde Robber. I'm okay with that. I was considering the Contact Other Plane as a splash. Of these options, I definitely go with Baleful Beholder. I'm not sure if it makes it to the deck, but... Vampire Spawn is a 3-drop. We are actually low on 3-drops. I think the Clarion Skeletons actually get pulled. Alright. Green Dragon might be splashable with all the treasures. We're definitely making a butt ton of treasures. I'm putting in Barbarians class. I don't even care. We might just go 15 lands. Take out the Herald of Hadar, go 15 lands. I'm down for it. I'm 100% down for this. I'm taking the... So we have the triple Horde Robber. We only have one Hoarding Ogre. Ah, come on. A Boots of Speed made it all the way around? That surprises me. Boots of Speed is like, when it's good, it's really good. Alright. So let's look at our deck. So, Barbarian class means we could knock out 1 Boots of Speed. Our rolls are 2 Swarming Goblins, a Hoarding Ogre, and 2 Delinas. Alright. We do have options. Our curve, 19 creatures. So, we're good on creatures. We could take out any creatures we think are bad. But I think all our creatures are good in this deck right now. Probably should have taken that Contact Other Plane. Because what we're missing right now is card draw. And... could we splash in Yumi in a tavern? I know that sounds insane, but I think that might be a possibility. Just like... you look at the top 4 cards of your library, half my deck is creatures. And yes, I like Baleful Beholder because the enchantment destruction is great, and the Menace is going to allow my Delinas and stuff to get through. So, oh my gosh, I don't know, man. It doesn't sound worth it. All right. I just thought it'd be a pretty cool extremity. All right, we're going to take out one swamp. Delina is more important. Because, yeah, we chose Delina over some of the other cards that are generally seen as important. We're going to see how this works. We do have a Barbarian class. So this does give Delina Menace. That is one of the great things. It does give Hoarding Ogre Menace. That's one of the great things. It gives Swarming Goblins has an additional benefit. So we are the aggressor. We might actually go down to 15 lands and grab another 2-drop. This is definitely... Johnny Moon. Alright, Shambling Ghast into Shambling Ghast into Skullport Merchant. Skullport is very valuable as my card advantage engine. So, we rely on that, kinda. We are dumping our hand in like 3 turns, so we do have to consider that as an issue. Alright, so now if they play a creature, we could Price of Loyalty it, attack with all, and kill. Which is fantastic. Alright, well they're not going to play a creature, so we just keep tempoing out. Alright. They have a threat they need to kill, because it's card draw. Priest of Ancient Lore. I don't want to steal that one out. Alright. So I think I'm going to go heaviest tempo play for this turn. And then go for the sack play later. So I can sacrifice Shambling Ghast with Sepulchre Ghoul to kill this. Or I could just Skullport Merchant sacrifice Shambling Ghast to kill this. That draws me a card. I do want a Vampire Spawn this turn. I do want to keep applying pressure. Alright. Here's my plan. So we're going to Vampire Spawn. Alright. And we're going to give that Fiend -1/-1. And now we're so heavily on the board and aggressive, it's not even funny. Alright, I think we kill him the next turn. Yeah, if they just play like a 4-drop, we kill them. Alright. And yes, we are sacrificing the treasure to make sure that hurts as much as possible. And that's lethal. Because this game, man. Because this deck, man. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Ah, I see what you're doing. Actually, no. I'm gonna sacrifice. Like so. So yeah, they're left at more health. But I think this is the correct play still. Alright, Hoarding Ogre. And then I can just kind of attack with all. And however they block, I get, like, yeah, they have to block Sepulchre Ghoul, and then I get 4 through, so. Yep, deck's aggressive. Price of Loyalty is insane. Cycle is complete. Right, because that's how I died in the very last in the very last draft. That's how I lost the last game. Now I win the game just by tempoing out Price of Loyalty and put them in a position where they just can't win anymore. Wart. Well, wart. Alright, Horde Robber into Skullport Merchant or a Plundering Barbarian. Sounds great. Sounds fantastic. Definitely don't like the land count, though. Yeah, no point in me attack with Horde Robber. It literally gains them 2 life. Alright, do I Plundering Barbarian? Destroy that? Or do I Delina? Okay, so I can Delina. Next turn, I attack with Delina. I copy Plundering Barbarian to destroy the dungeon map and create treasure tokens. I like that. Otherwise, I can actually copy the Horde Robbers. Alright. Alright, so I know this is coming in. It's just a question of... Do I attack with Delina into Rhymeshield Frost Giant? No. I think the answer is no. We will leave the mana up to sacrifice with Skullport Merchant. Alright. Rhymeshield's a really good card. But if they attack with it, that puts them in a bad spot. Alright, this is green creatures. Okay, so there are 2 mountains left in this deck. Just want to make sure that's understood by everyone. Alright. So they're just doing general good stuff. We are holding down the ground. Alright, so I could Battlecry Goblin, Pack Tactics, attack with it, and Delina. Get a Goblin, and then swarm with... I don't think there's anything worth swarming with, though. Yeah, I'm just going to play this. I think I'm just going to end the turn here. I have a Burning Hands. I could block and sack with Shambling Ghast, which always feels good. I could Burning Hands the Steadfast if they have something special. Destroy target enchantment. We have no enchantments. Alright, well, we're in the Dirtly phase, and right now, they're winning the Dirtle. I think I just Burning Hands the Steadfast right now. I think I also sack the Shambling Ghast, because the treasure is going to be more valuable later. Or right now, basically. Alright. So I can trigger this 4 times, turning this into a 5/2 when necessary. So this can attack and trade with anything. No, no, no. Alright, we have 2 sacks. Or 2 pumps. They are winning the late game just by the current board state. Attacking with Delina allows me to multiply the Plundering Barbarian, but it looks like that's not even an option now. Yeah, just the Rhyme Shield came in early. Became an issue. Alright, well this is definitely game played now. I could +1, turn them all into goblins, give them all haste, attack, then +1 again, but I think that's for another turn. I could even Delina to get myself a second Swarming Goblins. I think that's something I want to do next turn with all my mana open. Ooh. AK Rollsack, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. We are in a board stall in this format. We drew 9 lands, and they drew 7, so kind of a bad spot. But they now have plate armor, which puts us in a much worse spot than them. Alright. Well, with that plate armor, I think it's time for us to start swinging. 10th land, half of the deck. There are 16 lands in this deck. We drew almost all of them. Alright. Oh yeah! Robert the Bruce and T4ZTV, thank you so much for following. I really do appreciate it, guys. I really do appreciate it. Alright. So here's my plan. We're going to attack with Delina. It's about time. We're going to attack with Battlecry Goblin. And I think we're going to attack with Swarming Goblins. And we're going to use this. So first Battlecry Goblin makes another Goblin. We're going to make more Swarming Goblins. Alright, so again, and we're going to roll again. Alright, so we get more Swarming Goblins. And we're going to roll more dice to get more Goblins. And every one of these Goblins can get pumped up to 5 times with Battlecry Goblins. So we're kind of threatening lethal to an extent. I'm probably going to end up sacrificing the Delina for Skullport Merchant. But we now have a bunch of 1/1 blockers. Yep, Delina's going to get sacrificed. That's okay. But everything we're attacking with are Goblins, which means it works well with Battlecry. Alright. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. I could super pump and just just basically clear the board of everything but the Shortcut Seeker. Whew. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Okay, so let's see. Dead, dead, dead. They're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every mana is more damage, but I don't think that's necessary. I'm gonna use Skullport Merchant, sacrifice Delina, since that's a trade that ends badly for me. Ooh, thank you for SOing. Despot Games. Let's see. We have enough to... Yeah. We have enough to have options, basically. Alright, Replacer Beast is getting returned to their hand. That's okay. That was not the block I expected then. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Full control. So now I can sacrifice this one. Oh, gotta pay. Sacrifice this guy. Draw a card. Yep. Auto pay. Sacrifice this guy. Draw a card. Awesome. That's gonna be lethal soon. Alright. So I'm going to Hoarding Ogre, and then next turn I could Baleful Beholder and probably attack with all, effectively. Yeah, this is a board state that I appreciate seeing. And with a Baleful Beholder, this is a deadly board state. Alright, so they're double scrying. We're just chatting and being dumb. Hey, man, that's sometimes some of the best stuff on chat, is just chatting and being dumb. Alright, so they're attacking with that. So they'll have 2 blocks, so they block these 2. They take 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So target creature can't attack. So they're making my 2 4/3s unable to attack next turn. Alright. So if the 4/3s can't attack, I don't think the Menace play is worthwhile just yet. So instead, I'm going to Vampire Spawn and get the Boots of Speed ready so that the Baleful Beholder can join in on the Carnage. Alright. Go ahead. We have all these goblins to block, and then... Alright. They are not getting through that dungeon in time. That's all I need to know. If they make a bunch of 1/1s, that is bad for me. So if they venture again, that's very bad for me. But... Like, I have 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of my 16 lands. So I have 5. Yeah, I could Baleful Beholder, Boots of Speed equip, attack with all. Alright, my turn. Perfect. Okay. Even better. So, first I'm going to Delina. Then I'm going to Baleful Beholder. Give all my creatures menace. And then I'm going to give haste to Delina. Which is all attack. Pull that one back. And I think... yeah, let's pull back 2 of those. And I think we just copy the Baleful Beholder. Otherwise, yeah. I can copy the Swarming Goblins and get myself more 4/3s. I'm going to go with Beholder. Alright. Everything has Menace, so these are really hard to block. Alright. Well, we get 1 Beholder. Do they have any enchantments? Alright. We're going to do this because it gives the Beholder Menace as well. It gives the Beholder that just came into play Menace. Oof. I'm not sure if this is lethal, but it feels pretty darn close. So they have to double block Delina. That's actually really smart, because now they can bounce the Displacer Beast. They're losing Nandar with that block. And they're losing Hama with that block. This is not the correct blocking order, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so they're taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so we don't have lethal just yet, but... they're taking a lot of damage. Blocks the Plundering Barbarian instead. Just allows himself to take more damage. Alright. Yeah, we're killing Nandar. We're killing Nandar. And then here, this is the Rhyme Shield against the 4/2. So yeah, let's kill the Displacer Beast. They're going to return it to their hand, though. And this, we always focus on Hama. But that's okay. We knew these trades were going to occur. Yep. This is acceptable. The fact that they haven't equipped plate armor is really good for me. Alright. So we might have made a slight mistake. The fact that they have 1 health tells me I should have attacked with the goblins. But... I think we have lethal next turn. I'm just going to take a guess. And given the board state, I think we have lethal next turn, given that they're at 1 health. I see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They need 2 more creatures. That's 1 more creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 versus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything explodes, and then they take 1 point of damage. Oh, that was a game. Thank you, Schoolport Merchant. 0% chance I won that game without Schoolport Merchant. 0. Whew. Gosh. Whew. So yeah, I'll show you the deck again. So the thing is, Rakdos is the strongest color combination, and we were offered 2 Delinas in our packs. These are our rares in our deck. 2 Delinas. So from there, we got offered a lot of treasure generators. We only have 1 Price of Loyalty. Usually Black-Red is Price of Loyalty sacrifice deck. We only have 1 price, and we only have 1 Sepulture Ghoul. But the rest of it, Grim Bounty's good. Like, none of these cards are bad. Barbarian class might be bad, but it's, you know, generally this is about Delina, just gain myself a bunch of creatures that I get to use with Skullport Merchant, stuff like that. We have way more creatures than non-creatures. Like, it's not even close. We're just kind of... But yeah, that's basically our strategy that you saw there. Flood the board better than they flood the board. So one of the funny things is if we both have slow hands, I could actually Barbarian class turn 1, level turn 2. Alright, so we have a Barbarian class turn 1, a level turn 2. Then on like a turn 3 or something, I could possibly... If I could get that haste, then Swarming Goblins, that's going to be very strong. So, even though this isn't very aggressive, I like this curve right here. GG, have a good night, man. Thank you. Thank you very much for the raid, by the way, aka Rollsack. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I will have a good night. Thank you very much, man. Oof. Alright, this I have to have a creature die this turn, so instead we're just going to level. Alright. I almost want to destroy the treasure token. I'm seriously considering using Planetary Barbarian to destroy the treasure token. I think the treasure token for ourselves is too valuable. I would, though. I would. So the next level is the one that's good even if I don't have dice rolls. Which is the problem. I need to really draw... I really need to draw a land next turn. So if I can... Okay, so if I can level this up, Battlecry Goblin. And, what? I mean, I'll take it. 100% I'll take it. Do I Shambling... Do I just Jaded Sellsword? Or do I Battlecry Goblin Shambling Ghast? So Jaded Sellsword... The problem is, it's using up my treasure token, which I want to use later. I can't, Grim Wanderer and Shambling Ghast, so I'm going to Battlecry Goblin Shambling Ghast. So if Shambling Ghast dies, it'll create a treasure token, which will allow me to freely play Grim Wanderer, or to ramp up Swarming Goblins, allowing me to give this +2/+0 on Menace, so I can attack in with my Battlecry Goblin, knowing it's very hard to block. Tiger Tribe Hunter. Alright. That's really bad for me. And the no lands are killing me. Like, actively, I'm going to die because I'm not getting lands. Alright. I'm going to Shambling Ghast. And my guess is they're going to sacrifice something with Tiger Tribe Hunter to kill my Battlecry Goblin. And then I get a Grim Wanderer off of it. I will be using the treasure token to get that Grim Wanderer, but I think it's the correct play, nonetheless. Is it? No, it's not. Ambitious, but now they don't think I'm playing, they have nothing to think they're playing around. So the Grim Wanderer is going to be a surprise. Attack with Tiger Tribe Hunter and, like, Killian. Alright. Oh, no sacrifice. Oof. If I get a land, I can Swarming Goblins, swing in, get Goblins, and become a serious threat. Alright. Make a treasure token. Here's the question. Do I want to just play Grim Wander? No. I want to Swarming Goblins now. Alright, I can't sacrifice the Tiger Tribe Hunter. And it's always sacrifice another creature. So I'm going to do something that's probably foolish, but I think will end well in the end will be good for me. I'm going to play Swarming Goblins, give one of the 1/1 Goblins Menace, and just swing in with all. So that will be 5, 6, 7. Basically, I just make a big threat, I deal a lot of damage, and then next turn I get Price of Loyalty. I think that's a play. I don't like only having 3 lands. Alright. And then all of them have haste. Killian can't block properly, so I'm just gonna invest sideways. Basically. Oh, there's already 1/1 attacking. I probably just attacked with all. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're doing pretty good threats. Price of Loyalty on the Tiger Tribe Hunter might be the pick to win me. Otherwise, land, attack with all, then Battlecry can double pump things. Could be a threat as well. They kind of have to sacrifice the Vampire Spawn to kill it with the Tiger Tribe Hunter. The lack of lands has been devastating me, of course. They seem a little mana flooded. I am mana ruined. Just life. Alright. I think we're getting to a high pressure scenario, and I think that trade is worth the while. Ugh. Ew. And I still can't get a land. I'm going to say this is mana ruin that got me. If I attack with all, I could pump this once. Yeah, this is horrible mana ruin, guys. I'm just trying to figure out my outs. So I could Price of Loyalty here. Attack with those. This has to be sacrifice another creature. So I could sacrifice the Swarming Goblins to kill their Swarming Goblins. I still have to deal with the Tiger Tribe Hunter. Not worth. Just not worth. I can't Shambling Guest and Horde Robber, which is the biggest, like, middle finger that I'm dealing with. That it's just, like, the colors are just all off. I'm going to Shambling Ghast, because if they do end up deciding to kill my Shambling Ghast, I have Surprise Grim Wanderer kill the Tiger Tribe Hunter. Where are they about Price of Loyalty, my own Swarming Goblin? Clear the board and finish this game off. Might have actually been the correct play to not play anything on the leverage that I'm going to get Grim Wanderer next turn. Because now I have to rely on this treasure token. And it's not doing anything. So yes, it was actually... Alright. It was actually correct not to play the Shambling Ghast, because right here, it is now... Grim Wanderer is playable. I get to do that to surprise the Tiger Tribe Hunter. Alright. Alright, kill the 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, not possible. Alright, this kills the 5/5. This blocks the 5/5. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to block this guy. Yeah, the lack of lands is just getting me killed. Wait, oh, that thing has trample. Yep. Land screw. Land screw. I think I played to my outs pretty well. Definitely could have done better, but I think it's like, play bad, would have lost even if I played well. Not gonna fret over that sort of stuff. Got MTG'd on that one. Yep. Can't draw too many lands, can't draw too few. No gluten, please. I have a 1-drop. If they kill it, I get a 2-drop. And honestly, Delina attacking with Grim Wanderer sounds really fun. Feels like it's going to deal a lot of damage. Oh, I could price of loyalty something. Alright. Wow. Nothing. This is a great card to Delina because every copy makes them lose 2 life and gives us life. If I had a sacrifice outlet, I'd steal that right now. But I don't. I could double block killing it and gave me a treasure token. So the next turn I could... next turn I just Shambling Ghast attack to copy Shambling Ghast. Or if they play a big scary threat, I will see what cards are pulled out with Chaos Channeler, so I can decide from there. Honestly, if they get nothing, I might just let it live. Attack with Delina, get myself more vampire spawns, and then get myself a second Shambling Ghast. So I can start duplicating vampire spawns. Come on, it's the Wild Mage. You have to let Wild Mage do their thing. Not letting the Wild Mage do their thing. Let's see. If I give it -1/-1 now... I'm not really using the treasure token. I could just give it -1/-1 right now and make sure it can't attack this turn. I think that's worth it. I will trade Vampire Spawn for your Chaos Channeler. Yep. Definitely bad to be back at square one, but we got back to square one in 1 turn. Yeah, it's like, wait, didn't I just kill you? Magic Missile is a good card. So I'm actually not going to block this Chaos Channeler at all. Next turn, I will take it for myself, probably. I don't know. I want something more substantial than Chaos Channeler for price of loyalty, you know? Javelineer. I could just block that with a Vampire Spawn. Alright. Oh my gosh, they have Dueling Rapier, so now if I block, they just Dueling Rapier to kill. I could still block with Shambling Ghast. It kills the Javelineer afterwards. I think that's the play. So this kills the Javelineer, forces them to put the Dueling Rapier on Chaos Channeler. Because if they put on the Javelineer, I just kill the Javelineer after, and then they have a Dueling Rapier sitting around. I'm wondering how close I am to lethal. If they don't play another creature here... Like... Well, it's a good thing I have Vampire Spawn to duplicate with Delina, because that's very bad for me. Those were 2 very good cards. Well, I don't think I'm blocking that, so I think I'm just swinging in and hoping my life gain and my pressure just wins me the game. Oh, it could target itself. I did not realize that. Alright, just barely missed the high roll. Yeah, exactly. Easy, just roll 17 natural 20s in a row. Alright, so this threaten's lethal. So that has to be worth something. Alright, we'll sacrifice the land. Specifically the mountain. That would have been great to steal and copy, because then it could sacrifice itself using that. There we are. Alright, so here's the question. If I attack with Delina, I get... They both die in chumps, and I need to get 4 high rolls. I need to get 4 15 or highers for that to be lethal. Bad spot for us. Well, actually, I only need to get... Actually, I only need to get 115. That might have been the bet play. Just play it. Just attack. Roll 115, and I'm good. That was the play. That was actually the correct play. I should have just attacked. Because I forgot that I also get the 2-3 vampire spawns. So yes, I get chump traded. But I get the 2-3 vampire spawns. So that was actually the correct play to just attack. You're right. Gosh darn it. So that would have given me a 1 and 4. Versus right now I have... Like, how do I get out of this? Well, for starters, I need to stop drawing lands. Maybe a Grim Bounty helps. Alright. This allows me to block the Chaos Channeler. So I'm not dead quite yet. But yeah, that was actually the play. I attack, and I need to roll high, because I'm dead in a few turns, and that gave me an out. Both Delinas are dead, so I can't top deck another Delina. So the boots of speed makes them scared to attack with Air Coal Elemental, which gives me time, which is good. Gosh. To realize that 1 and 4 was my out. Oh man. I'm disappointed in myself for not seeing it now. I still have a Skullport Merchant. My Possibility's gone, so that's not an option. And Skullport Merchant is literally just card draw. Battlecry Goblin. Burning Hands does not solve this situation. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have a land, they win the game on board. A land wins the game on the board. The Dueling Rapier brings me to 1. Like, at this point, I have to get Swarming Goblins literally just to keep myself, like, at 1 health next turn. I guess if I Swarming Goblins, roll a 10, I could get 2 1-1s to block, and I get attack in with... Nope, I just realized. If any creature dies on their turn, Warlock class finishes the game off. Great. Yep, I can't think of a single out, and there was a 1 and 4 prior, so... Not taking that 1 and 4 was a mistake. Maybe they disconnect. Maybe they disconnect. Maybe they're scared. Missed an epic gamer moment, and I missed a way to win this game. So, 2 losses there. Both my fault. Well, they literally end their turn and they win the game. Disconnect. Okay, once they're attacking, even if they disconnect, it will follow through this turn. That's the main issue. Once they attack, even if they disconnect, it will follow through with what the turns already have procured. So, well, I see 3 wins as the minimum you want to get. So I need to win this next one in order to effectively break even. But yeah, this is why black-red is actually avoided, because everyone's going for black-red, so usually you end up with a much worse deck than you want, and you get decks that don't function. Alright. I mean, we're keeping 7. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to play the ghoul or the goblin first. I think the ghoul, because the ghoul I'm more willing to let die. Here very late. That's okay. Okay, now it has to be the goblin, because the goblin at least doesn't... Well, actually, no, I have a price of loyalty now. Maybe it is the ghoul still. Alright, now it's the goblin. And I could ghoul and ghoul next turn. I like it. Yeah, how's it going, Lambodroid? Thank you very much for showing up. And yeah, I'm not falling for that. Good trick. I know how it works. Alright. Well, are they going to equip the Thieves' Tools because they have nothing else to do? If so, I'm happy. That needs to go. So I can play the Shambling Guest. I can play Sepulture Ghoul, steal their Grazilix, and, oh, no, they're going to Thieves' Tool something. Alright. So I'm going to wait for them to try to equip Thieves' Tools before I kill the Grazilix. Took a midnight nap because I feel sick. Sorry you feel sick, man. Hope the nap did well for you. So I was going to Price of Loyalty the Grazilix on another turn, but I think this is the play. There we go, that's dead. And now I can block this to create a treasure token, which is good for me, because that allows me to get Grim Bounty 100%. Awesome. Now I'm going to actually Jaded Sellsword, and by giving it First Strike and Haste, this will actually allow me to trigger Battlecry Goblin, giving me more power. So, like, this will trigger Battlecry, so, or Pack Tactics, so we deal even more damage. We have a Grim Bounty and a Price of Loyalty, I think. Yeah, so their next creature we Grim Bounty, next creature we Sepulchral Gal, and Price of Loyalty. So, they're out of the game. This is basically a GG's already. Let's see, if I Sepulture Goal, Price of Loyalty. Attack for 4, 5, 6... Yeah, I have lethal this turn, I think. Yep. Black-red sometimes. Black-red sometimes. Alright, I think they're important. It gives very clear goals and sometimes gets you to think really hard of how to get that achievement. Nice. Yeah, I think that's exactly like the path that achievements have to go, because... Okay, so first of all, we went 3 wins. We went 3 wins, thank God. But yeah, I think the path achievements have to go is for those sort of things, where it's just like, just giving the clear goal of what to do, and sometimes gets you some good thought of like, how can I do this? So I think those are basically the 2 goals of the achievements. Though I know they don't matter for some people. And the reason I was bringing that up is because I know they do matter for others, so that's why I was trying to figure out. Like, just make sure that it matters for people for why I think it matters for people. Alright, we're going first. We have to keep it. We have Horde Robber, we have a Hoarding Ogre, and a Grim Wanderer. Like, we can attack with Horde Robber if they trade. Yep. Oh my god, did they just mulligan twice? Swilks, I am sorry. Like, if you win, really good job, because you're down 2 cards. Like, that's the sort of mold where sometimes I have to, and I don't. So well done on having the recognition. Alright. I mean, obviously, I'm going to attack in here. Here's the question. Do I play Delina or do I play Hoarding Ogre? Delina's just going to copy Horde Robbers, so I think... Which is just getting treasure tokens, so I'd rather just go Hoarding Ogre first. Alright. That's a nice Malison. So they're going to be venturing very quickly. I could Price of Loyalty just to venture myself, but I think the 2 ventures is not significant enough. Alright. Target creature can't attack until your next turn is 2 down. Unfortunate. Oof. Alright, so they scry 1, and they get a 1/1 red goblin, I believe. That's my guess. Maybe they get a treasure, maybe they need a Charmed Sleep play. Alright. Awesome, I have a Burning Hands. I think it's just worth 2 Burning Hands that this turn. Awesome. Got 2 treasure tokens. So if they block with the goblin, I get a Grim Wander, and then I still have Burning Hands. Alright. Let's Burning Hands their Yuan-Ti while they're tapped out. Alright. So I could technically play Delina, but I think the Grim Wander is more imposing right now. So if I Delina, yeah, then I don't really have plays for a little bit. Alright. We knew they were down on cards. They're gonna double block? I am happy to see a double block. Let my Horde Robber through. Let my Delina through. I might just Price of Loyalty their next creature, even though I can't sack it. It will allow me to attack in freely. Yeah, you have to kill the Delina like ASAP. We're gonna get a lot of Horde Robbers, and so we're gonna get a lot of treasures, is the plan. Alright, you hear something on watch? Alright, I could use those 2 treasure tokens to make us swarming goblins. Alright. I like how that treasure token is like of a different color. I find it funny. Alright, so whatever they're doing has priority. It's some sort of instant speed effect. I think it's Sign of Stygia, maybe? No, they would have played that. They would have played that. It's not Counterspell. It's not Hear Something on Watch. What is it? Oh, well. They had to mulligan to 5. I do feel apologetic for them. I just want to look. So they got 5 lands. They had the Yuan-Ti into fly, and they were probably just banking that I couldn't deal with that, because that was their 1 win condition. Because I don't blame that win condition. Like, if you have to draft like that, that's the way you draft like that. And we got back to 4 wins again. So, again, as long as I'm getting 4 wins, I am net positive on win rate. Ooh, these matches are fast. This deck is quick. This deck, I think, tops out at 5 with the Swarming Goblins. Oh no, it tops out at 6 with the Menacing Baleful Beholder. Alright. So, this is a scary keep. But I like going first with 7 cards in hand. I have a Battlecry Goblin, a Hired Hexblade, and a Burning Hands. So I get a Horde Robber. I can attack in Burning Hands, the creature to allow me to attack in sometimes. Alright. If they block, that's a positive for me. If not, pay with treasure. I want to tap the swamp, so if I draw a swamp, I can still play Battlecry Goblin. Alright. We could just pump it to get the Battlecry trigger if I want. Otherwise, I have that Burning Hands. Yeah, I think this is worth Grim Bountying right now. Just keep applying pressure. Now attack with the Battlecry Goblin. I want to get that trade. I do not want to lose my Battlecry Goblin, basically. Alright. If I draw a land, I could Swarming Goblins, pump to give them all the ability to attack, and start charging in. They might have a Precipitous drop for the Battlecry. Alright. Is that worth Price of Loyalty? Baleful Beholder to give Menace might be worth. Yeah, I think I like that. Baleful Beholder to gain Menace. Attack with both. Get another treasure token. Just keep going. Have a huge pressure board. Like, I like that. On a later turn, I can Price of Loyalty and Swarming Goblins. Get treasure tokens. We get board states. We have a Price of Loyalty next turn. If we want it, we have with a land. Yep, that was... I was saving the Baleful Beholder to destroy that sometimes. I can actually Price of Loyalty my Baleful Beholder to get untapped. That's actually a thing you can do. Alright. Well, we're just going to keep applying pressure. Roll high, please. That's high enough. That's good. Alright. So next turn, I will probably Price of Loyalty their Clever Conjure. And, just attack in with all. Then start pumping up with Battlecry Goblin. What? Power Word Kill? The fact that they highlighted Battlecry tells me they have our word kill, that they're trying to decide where to put it. Let's take their Soul Knife Spy. Attack with their own creature if they block it. Alright. Definitely doing it like this. Pay with treasure. I like this a ton. And now we're just attacking with everything. And that's why Deadly Dispute is good, everyone. That's why Deadly Dispute is good. So yeah, if they block one of the 1/1s, I can pump it with Battlecry Goblin. If they block the Battlecry Goblin, I get a trade. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I get to bring them to 1 health by double pumping. Alright. Yeah, they have to come to a river here just because of how powerful that is. Because they realized they'd be at 1 health. Alright. This has to be considered a good position, correct? Definitely not the easiest position, but... So if I kill that, I think I just get lethal. Yep. So this last card has to... I see. Whew. Yeah, so we are the aggressor, if you haven't noticed. Platinum 2. So yeah, I like going up the ranks, but like to get to Mythic just takes so many games in a day. And I'm not really that invested into this. Alright. 5 wins, we are now plus 100 gems. So if we die here, we are net 0 on gems. We gained none, we lost none. So a 4 win and a 5 win does that. And that's always really good to just like not lose any resources while gaining resources. I mean, that's kind of perfect operation. Alright, opponent goes first. If they didn't go first, I would not keep this hand. But by them going first, we get 3 draws out of land. So, this is so different from what I normally see you play. Well, what I normally play wasn't available for me. So, yeah. Alright. Give us a Polterghoul. trying to think, what instant speed life gain could they use to make the Sepulture Ghoul a bad block here? I'm trying to think if there is any. Alright. Vampire spawn, make it a little harder to attack. So if they attack with a steadfast, I can block with a vampire. I want that thing dead. Spoils of the Hunt to kill that. And there's no treasure tokens, so they just die to the vampire spawn. Oh my god, this thing has life. Wait, how did this thing gain life? Does this thing have lifelink? Wait, where is the lifelink? Where is the lifelink? Oh, they killed it with Steadfast Paladin. I didn't even realize. Well, then I could have... Oh my gosh. I made a mistake. I didn't even realize they were killing with Steadfast Paladin. That makes much more sense. Alright. So this thing's now becoming an insurmountable threat, and it's my fault. I could have killed it. I could have killed it, and now I'm dead. I'm pretty sure I'm just, like, dead in the water at this point. It's crazy how you still learn every day with this game. Yep. I just didn't realize that they were gaining life, man. If I realized they were gaining life, I obviously would have never made that play. Alright. So if they ever attack with Treslara, then I can leave them open. But like that's my play now. I can't believe I didn't see that. I can't believe I didn't see that. And now I think we've already lost, honestly. I think we've already lost. So I could have killed the Treslara. In case you're wondering, I could have killed the Treslara by just simply buffing my Sepulture Ghoul by sacrificing the vampire spawn. Alright. Now they have two monsters, and they keep scrying so they have the perfect cards when they need them. So I need removal. I need hard removal now. I have Grim Bounty as one of my hard removal. I could throw on Cheslara. Throw out the Hoarding Ogre. You know, honestly, Barbarian class and give upgrade. If I could get Barbarian class and then upgrade Barbarian class, I think I can pull out. So let's see. 1, 2... I think I still play Battlecry Goblin, even though I kind of want the Jaded Sellsword, but the Treslara makes it a lot harder to use. I'm just going to play Battlecry. This might be a mistake. Nah. No attacks. Yep. They win the long game, so they literally... Like, okay, so first of all, great, like, these two right together are just already making an insane deck. And now I have another threat. So they just made 3 threats thanks to me not... Like, they still would have had they still would have had the Celestial Unicorn, they still would have had the Planar Ally. I'm pretty sure we still lose, even if we kill the Treslara, because this is just an insane curve. Like, this is just an absolutely insane curve. Like, I could choose to no-block this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... I could triple block Treslara, that way I kill it, but then I also have 1 creature in play, which is the Horde Robber. I could double block here, same issue. I could no block, I'm dead next turn. Yeah, no, these cards get big if you have the life gain triggers, and the whole thing is, like, usually they don't have the life gain triggers. But they had Prosperous Innkeeper, they had the life gain triggers. Alright. Not playing Battlecry Goblin was a mistake. I'm going to do this and hope that... and hope there's just some way back that I don't see yet. Something like attack with a Celestial Unicorn. Great, so then you have even more life gain. And a Death Toucher. Just... Yep. I think I already lost. I have already lost. If I don't block, I die on board. If I block, I'm not much better. It's like... Yeah, I already lost. So I have Price of Loyalty, attack. They just don't block and they kill me. I Swarming Goblins. At least I get some little sacrificial fodder. For a little while. Great, I have one sacrificial fodder. I'm all attacking because it applies pressure. They have to... If they Basilisk the Jaded Sellsword instead of the Battlecry Goblin, that's their mistake. Honestly, I should have attacked before playing Swarming Goblins. That way they would have possibly blocked the Jaded Sellsword. That would have been the better play. Made a mistake there. Made a mistake there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just like... Oh my gosh. So I recognize I made a mistake, but yeah, 0% chance I won this game. This is a bomb mythic. This is a bomb rare. How is it even just a rare? Like, it's so good. I'm trying to think how I possibly win. I'm starting to think it's let Drizzt Do Erdin become super huge, and then they attack with by attacking with everything, and then I Price of Loyalty. That's the only win condition I can see right now. Alright. They even have life gain. Yep. Please name a bad card that has been played. I can't find one. And they even play around the Price of Loyalty. They even play around the Price of Loyalty. I legitimately think my win condition is literally to time them out. Like, that's it for win conditions. I'll play it through. No point in Price of Loyalty if it has no board presence effect. Just can't believe this board state. This is how I come out of it. Oh. They came back. Yep. Alright. So I actually have to use one of my 4/3s to block the 4/1. Yep, and this keeps me alive for a turn. And then I'm dealing with... You know, if they just used their Lair of the Hydra, I wouldn't have even had this turn. Alright. Just in case. Just in case. At least let me a moment to play with Drizzt before I die. Oh well. We are behind schedule. I'm supposed to be done with the stream by now, so oh well. We got 5 wins. And even though I made that misplay, it looks like I was dead anyways. Like, oh my gosh, that was an insane deck. That was an insane deck. Delina did fine. Gave me a 1-4 for one of the games. Could have actually won it if I went for it. Should have gone for it. Alright. Oh well. Oh well. Alright. Well, I still like what happened. I still am appreciative of how these last two drafts went. Definitely wish I, like, obviously if you have the Rakdos Sacrifice, you want to be full on Rakdos Sacrifice. But I think it's ridiculous to assume Rakdos Sacrifice. That's just something you face, unfortunately, and you never, if you go for it, you're going to get ruined a lot of times. Like, yeah. I think I found my solution. I was the treasure deck, not the Rakdos Sacrifice deck. The whole value of the treasure deck is that you could get a bomb from any color and splash it in, but we did not get any bombs offered to us. So that is an issue. But yeah, by pack 1, we were ready to splash in Ilmarith. We were ready to splash in Tiamat, okay? Like, we were good when it came to color splashing. Just didn't get enough elsewhere. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.